Hey, what's up guys? My name is Chloe and welcome to my project, How to Be an Influencer 101. So disclaimer, I am not currently an influencer. I have a lot of experience in social media, in YouTube, in TikTok. I'm highly involved in that kind of thing. But I want to actually learn how to capitalize on it, maybe how to grow a following. And so I want to take you guys along with me. I want to document this process and then you guys can learn from my mistakes. So honestly, I've been procrastinating. Oh my goodness, I cannot enunciate. I've been procrastinating making this video, which I think honestly is the first lesson in that it's you cannot expect things to be perfect. I was like, oh, I should wait until I do my hair. I should wait until my background is perfect, or I should have a perfectly written out script. But honestly, if you're gonna be someone that's making content, you just can't expect it to be perfect right away. So you just honestly have to jump right in. I've done a lot of research on different tips, like what times to post, how long of videos, how to keep people's attention spans. And I'm gonna be sharing those tips with you throughout this documented process of me trying to become an influencer this semester. So a little bit of backstory, I am a college student at Pittsburgh State University. I'm a graphics communications with an emphasis in digital media major. I have a really strong passion for social media and for particularly video. I really love vlog style things. I love lifestyle YouTubers. Those are a passion of mine. And alrighty, so for our starting point, let's go ahead and look at my current social media. Let's see, 76 subscribers. Oh wow. Okay, some of my random videos would have 78 views, which is quite a few. And then let's look over at Instagram. My Instagram account, currently I have 744 followers, and I think the most likes was my most recent post, which had 208 likes. And then let's go over to TikTok. So TikTok I've only done sporadically, just few videos here and there. Nothing's really taken off. Usually just around 200-300 views-ish per video, sometimes a little more, sometimes not. I have 116 followers. Don't know who those people are. Yes, okay, so that is everything for my current socials. So if there is anything that I have learned from all of the videos and tutorials on how to become an influencer and just seeing in real time people blowing up as influencers, is that you have to decide what your niche is. Now that just needs to be pretty specific. Once you get a niche and a following starting to grow, then you can branch out. Where I would like my niche to lie is lifestyle meets body positivity. I just want to be a positive influence and just include little nuggets everywhere about oh, for example, maybe I will be doing a get ready with me type video and I'll notice that, oh, these pants don't really fit anymore, and that I can just not be in your face about it and be oh, well, I'm body positive, so I'm not gonna care about this, but just be oh, that's okay, it doesn't matter. Honestly, just what my own personality is. I just want to share that perspective. So many people in my life I feel are heavily affected by how they view their own body, and I just think it's insane that so many people spend so much time thinking about how they can become smaller. So that's the niche. I think I want TikTok and YouTube to be my main focus. Ideally, what I'm planning on doing is I will have YouTube content that I push out, and then TikToks, short little TikToks that I will make that will relate to my YouTube content. So for every YouTube video, there's at least one TikTok, and that TikTok will push people to go watch my YouTube video. And then I think Instagram is just gonna be more of a bystander. We're just gonna see if anything happens. With that, I kind of doubt it. But I still want to regularly post content on Instagram that relates to my YouTube videos and TikTok videos that I make. I would say my next key point here is that consistency is going to be key with this. One of the best ways to grow a following is just being really consistent with your content that you put out. So in terms of consistency, I am aiming for 1 YouTube video a week, anywhere from 1 to 3 TikToks a week that relate to that YouTube video, and then 1 Instagram post a week. This is gonna be a lot. It doesn't sound like much, but just from personal experience, I know that this is gonna be like quite a lot to chew. So we're gonna see how that goes. All right, guys, this is my starting plan. I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to let you know like the different things that I learn along the way. And we're just gonna sprinkle in bits of information everywhere and come along with me on my journey on possibly becoming an influencer. Hello all, I'm actually coming at you from my car right now, but it's time for another update. So it's been a few weeks since I've started this project and it's been going well, but honestly it's been way more difficult than I was expecting. So if you guys remember, which I'm sure you do, it was a millisecond ago for you, I wanted to do 1 video a week for YouTube, like 3 TikToks a week, maybe like 1 Instagram post. And honestly, that was way more than I could chew. Like I bit off a lot. And especially like with just like classes and also like having a job and social life and things like that on top of it, it's made it really hard. But honestly, I think that was just like my first lesson that I've learned like in this trying to be an influencer journey. I bit off way more than I can chew. It's a lot harder than it looks. Anyways, I think that's all I have for you guys right now. I'll check back in maybe a week or so and like update you further on how things have been going and more lessons that I learn and just tips I have for you that I figure out along the way. Hey guys, what's up? I am back with another lesson that I have learned. I was not expecting this one, but check your videos before you upload them. I actually uploaded a video just the other day and my roommate who watches my vlogs was like, Chloe, there's no sound. For whatever reason, when it exported from Adobe, it was just like silent. And then there was like a weirdly like sound in some spots. Normally I don't ever think like, normally I check my videos and this is the one time I didn't. And of course this is the one time something went wrong, but luckily my roommate caught it before anything bad happened. I mean, nothing bad would have happened anyways, but it could be just like potential loss of views. So make sure to check your content. Good morning, everyone. So this is just your sign to check the times that are the most strategic for you to post for whatever social media platform you're working on. It's typically in the mornings, but luckily you can schedule your post with like tons of different types of software so that you don't have to worry about it, or even just within the app itself. Like for example, YouTube has a schedule content option. Hey all, so just coming at you with another update. So something that I have been doing recently that has been really helping my views is I noticed like what kind of video did really well for me, and then I've just continuously been creating videos that are similar off of that. So my very first like video that did super well was me trying on a bunch of different dresses, and so now I've been doing lots of like get ready with me videos, and those have actually just like kept my views steadily increasing, which I think is just like a great tip. Like find out what you're good at and then just keep making videos based off of that. This is your reminder that even if you live a pretty mundane life, there's a million different ways to make it interesting. Get creative. One helpful tip that I want to share with you guys is just that it is so worth the time to invest in yourself in learning and improving your skill set. So one thing that I had really noticed is that my editing was taking forever. Like it was taking me 7 hours to edit one vlog, which, I mean, you know, if I have a lot of content, maybe that's something, but it's something that I really needed to work and figure out how to cut down the time on. So I ended up watching tons of different YouTube videos. Adobe puts out a lot of great content on how you can shorten your editing time and just like tips and tricks and things like that. So probably my favorite one was just literally learning how to create keyboard shortcuts and then using them as I'm editing, like things that I'm doing all the time. I could then do in just one click of the button instead of 2-finger click, select it, all that fun stuff. Another great thing that helped me improve my editing time was literally just cutting down how much content I was shooting. So thinking like an editor while I was shooting my content, instead of just trying to shoot a bunch of content and hope that some of it works out great. Instead, I was actually just like taking the time to be like, okay, this shot looks good, and then in the editing room that would just like cut down my time. So something to think about, maybe if you are lacking in certain areas, just invest in yourself. There's so many resources out there. Hello all, don't mind my greasy appearance, it's very hot out today, but coming at you with a tip that's kind of unfortunate, but I just had to say, I don't think that vlogging in public is ever gonna be fully comfortable. Like, it's better if you have a friend, but sometimes people just look at you weird. And I think that's something that if you're a really shy person, you're either gonna have to learn how to get over it and just deal with it sometimes, or maybe it's, you know, something to consider that could be like a huge issue for you if you are trying to pursue this influencer type lifestyle. So hey everyone, it's finally the end of the year, which means I think it's time to share with you my final thoughts on this project and how it went. So to start, I really cannot believe that it's already been an entire semester. Like, that is just crazy to me. And it's so weird, like, looking back, like, at the footage from the very beginning of the year to how we are now. So to start, I just want to say I feel like this project was a success. Like, I obviously am not famous or anything now, but I did have a couple of videos go what I would consider just like the teeniest bit, like they gained like the teeniest bit of viralness, traction, like very baseline. But I mean, I learned so much, and I think you guys saw that through all of the clips that I was recording and sharing with you of just like things I was learning along the way. And yeah, I did not see that happening, but here I am. So my most successful video was my TikTok help me choose my dress for formal video. That one got a little over 2,000 views, and it had almost 700 or 800 likes, which is quite a lot. I mean, if you think about it, most of those people were strangers to me. They're not people I know. It just showed up on their For You page. And then what ended up happening is after that video, I got a bunch of new followers. And so what I decided to do then was start creating a bunch of content that was similar to that content and use the traction that I had from the dress video to carry me through. So that's actually where I saw the most growth. And that would be probably one of my biggest tips, and what I think is a great way to grow is once something gets a little bit of traction and it's something you're good at, use that to create more content off of it, because once you get the ball rolling, it's so much easier than when you're first trying to get pushed out onto people's For You pages. One other thing that I learned is that TikTok really is an amazing platform when you're trying to grow a following. My YouTube really stayed pretty stagnant. I had pretty high engagement for the people that were watching my videos, but it really didn't grow very much. It wasn't very much. And I don't think I had that many people go from my TikTok to my YouTube. So honestly, at the end of the day, with how much time I was spending editing YouTube, even though that's more my passion, I don't know if it was worth it. Granted, what I will say is that I think I would have a much different perspective on it if my YouTube following did grow. So if that is something that you really want to do and like you want that to be your full-time job, that just be prepared to take a long time to grow on it. I still think TikTok is highly worth it because it pushes your content out constantly to people that don't follow you with the For You page. So definitely use that to your advantage. My biggest piece of advice for someone that is looking to grow a following or become an influencer would be to simply just start. It's impossible to know what kind of content is going to become viral overnight, and expecting perfection just isn't realistic. Being a perfectionist really was a good thing and a bad thing for this project, because on the one hand, I wanted to wait until things were perfect, but on the other hand, it just completely paralyzes you and stops you from even getting anything done. So you really have to learn to let that part go. Luckily, we live in a world that values realism over perfectionism. People want to see the polished as well as the unpolished and messy. That's just how life is, and people want to see that to be able to relate to you. So if you have been wanting to become an influencer, this is your sign to just start. Thank you guys so much for following me along on my journey.